And speaking of red flags, let's talk about Chris's behavior after the murders. It was off to say the least.
He seemed strangely detached, almost emotionless. He didn't even ask about the cause of death. And he was really trying to hide some scratches on his arm.
Oh, those scratches. Yeah, that's suspicious. And you know what else is suspicious? His alibi started to fall apart pretty quickly.
Inconsistencies in his story, phone records that didn't add up, and that gym visit, well, it seemed a little too perfectly timed, like he was trying to create an alibi.
And then the police found a receipt for, guess what? Red spray paint. Purchased with Chris's credit card. Talk about a smoking gun.
And his handwriting. It was a match to the threatening messages.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. They found an email account, destroychris@gmail.com, created on his laptop. Are you kidding me?
It was all starting to come together. And then there's the rigor mortis evidence. Now, this is where it gets a little technical, but stay with me. It's important.
Basically, the stiffness of the bodies indicated that the murders happened hours earlier than Chris claimed, giving him a window of opportunity to do the deed and then create his alibi.
It was scientific evidence he couldn't explain away. The prosecution's theory was that Chris wanted to be with Tara so badly that he planned and carried out these murders to get rid of his family and start a new life.
Wow, it's a theory that's hard to wrap your head around, right? I mean, who would do such a thing? But the trial was far from a slam dunk. It relied heavily on circumstantial evidence, and at first the jury was split.
Circumstantial evidence can be tricky, but in this case, there were just too many coincidences, too many things that pointed to Chris.
And then the prosecution dropped a bombshell. Uncensored photos of Chris and Tara revealed that their affair had actually started much earlier than they had claimed. It proved he was a liar, plain and simple.
That was the turning point for the jury. It was clear that Chris had been lying all along and they couldn't trust anything he said.
The verdict: guilty on all 3 counts of first-degree murder. Chris Coleman was sentenced to life in prison without parole. He still maintains his innocence, but all his appeals have been denied.
And here's a detail that's just bone-chilling. During the trial, Tara was seen wearing the engagement ring Chris had given her. Talk about adding insult to injury.
It's a haunting image, isn't it? Makes you wonder about her role in all of this. What did she know and when did she know it? It's a question that's probably going to linger in our minds for a long time. So we've got this whole web of lies and deceit. But let's go back to those threatening messages for a sec. Remember Chris was trying to pin it all on some crazed fan of Joyce Meyer?
Oh yeah, that destroychris@gmail.com email address.